Brett, let's get into our MLB. We have 2 games going on Wednesday night, and until the Dodgers scored 11 in the first inning, it was looking like there was the possibility of 2 sweeps, although it looks like the Dodgers are going to get the win now tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, the Rays are in a close one on Wednesday night as well, but I guess I was worried about the Dodgers going into probably the ninth inning of game 2 or the eighth inning of game 2, and when their bats finally woke up, I got a little less nervous, but the Kershaw injury still had me nervous. But then when you come out and you score 11 innings in the first, I think you
11
start.
runs in the first.
Excuse me, yes, 11 runs in the first. Yeah, good correction there. You can't score 11 innings. When you score 11 runs in the first, I think you start to flip your mindset a little bit and think, maybe the Braves are on the ropes here.
Now, obviously, in terms of the series, the Rays and the Braves will still have the advantage after Wednesday night, regardless. But if the Dodgers and the Astros both get a win, both of these series continue, we will most likely have our World Series matchup known by the time we record on Sunday. What's your gut saying in terms of who's going to walk away from this weird short MLB season as the champion?
Well, honestly, the Rays have been one of the more impressive teams, I think, all year. I think you and I talked about it on all our preseason shows for the MLB, how we both thought it was a 2-horse race in the AL East. It was either going to be the Rays or the Yankees, and that was, probably 2 of the better teams in the American League. Honestly, it's the unsung heroes of the Rays. Like, that bullpen, their rotation is good. You got guys like Randy Arozarena coming out of nowhere, batting third, hitting the ball every time they're up. Mike Zunino's getting timely hits from behind the plate. So the Rays are just firing on all cylinders. But I'll say this, Higgins. I don't want to play the Dodgers no matter what. I just never want to play the Dodgers. So if I'm the Rays, I'm hoping I'm facing the Braves in the World Series, because if it's Rays Dodgers, I might have to fade myself there.
I'd agree. The Dodgers, they're just too familiar with that scenario. Too much of their lineup has been there before. Too much of their pitching staff's been there before. Whereas the Braves, it's not necessarily that same case. As a Mets fan, though, can you deal with seeing the Dodgers there yet again? Or would you prefer to loathe watching the Braves, the NL East rival of the Mets, in the World Series?
Neither of these teams, man. I mean, the Mets are competing with like the Pirates. We're much closer to the Pirates than we are the Dodgers or the Braves right now. I hope Steve Cohen comes in and fixes everything, and soon we're talking about the Mets like the Braves and the Dodgers. But the Braves' young pitchers have looked good in this postseason, and their bats are hitting. So I think the Braves do have a real shot in upsetting Los Angeles, but Los Angeles is the best team in base. I mean, roster top to bottom, bullpen, rotation. Even they got these guys like Urias and Dustin May, who are like this new swing position in baseball where like they could throw 1 inning, they could throw 5 innings, you never know. So the Dodgers are just so versatile. I do not want to face the Dodgers, but my lean would be the Rays. My lean would be the Braves.
Yeah. Urias started the game tonight. He had 5 innings. I agree. I think the Dodgers are just too much to handle with. Even them being down 2-1 in this series because they did get a 15-3 win that's now official. I have a feeling that the Dodgers are still the favorites here, and I think the Dodgers will still pull it out. And that team's just really, really tough to face off against. But
I hope Kershaw can come back for them. That will be a big thing to watch for the Dodgers, because that's a huge added boost and a big missing piece if he's not there. So
even though it's the postseason, he doesn't have the best track record there.
yeah, I still promise you I'd rather have Clayton Kershaw in my rotation than not have Clayton Kershaw in my rotation. I can promise you that.
I agree. I'll definitely be watching some baseball on Thursday, especially since there is no Thursday night football this week.